Hey guys, this is Logan here with LocalHostGaming, and I'm going to be doing a new series here where I'll be creating a bunch of redstone contraptions. So I've actually created created a new kind of city, I guess, based on my old world, and I've just scrapped up all my resources and built this new house, and I've actually got this nice big mine shaft and a nether portal, but as you can see it's kind of barren. And I'm wanting to make a whole bunch of cool redstone stuff in this. So here, I'll just show you around real fast. So you've got let me put on my favorite CD. Stall. Oh yeah. So I have the smithy here, and I have a whole bunch of stone. Lots and lots of stone that I've been making, as you can see. This is actually quite a hefty task to make all this. This is annoying because you have to craft it all. Let's grab my enchantment table. I got some nice enchanted weapons and stuff. Have all my stuff sorted, which is quite nice. It actually felt good. And see that I have a lot of room for expansion. I really haven't done too much. Got my brewing stand. Have all my brewing tools and all that. Let's go downstairs. So I've got this hallway for expansion. I'll put a bunch of different machines and stuff off of here. It's going to be totally cool. And the other side has the exact same thing. Just not fully finished. Alright, so my first project is going to be, I'll show you the mine shaft first. The mine shaft is pretty cool. Actually got a mine cart attached to it because this is actually a long way down. Oh, yeah, it goes on for quite a long time. Probably wasn't the most effective mining method, to be honest, but straight mining is probably better. But you know, it is what it is, and it got me tons and tons of redstone, so I'm ready to use it. But as you can see in my inventory, my first project is going to be farming. I need to farm. I need food. So I'm actually going to hop over to my other world, my creative world, and I've actually created a sugarcane farm, and I'll just show you that right now. And then the problem is you can't really do a fully automatic, to do a fully automatic wheat farm, it just takes a ridiculous amount of work, and then on top of that you still have to replant the seeds, so it's kind of useless. I'll probably do that at a later point when I'm a little more adept at redstone, because redstone is not my strongest thing. But yeah. Alright, I've loaded up my creative world, and I've got two different styles. One, there's problems with both of them, though I've kind of come to the conclusion that this is going to be the best style. This water isn't actually going to be there. This isn't actually going to be part of it, because what I've figured, because one of the sugarcane, one of the characteristics of it is that it's water repellent. Let me just get a bucket of water here, and so if I pour this, alright, gotta block those in. But as you can see here, it goes straight on top of the sugarcane, and that's not desirable because that means that it can't push down all of our stuff. Now with this design, it'll actually capture some of it. As you can see, if I place, let's just say, I'll just put this all down, so that's all grown, right? And then, alright, so I guess I'll explain. This right here is a block update detector, and what it does is when this grows, see that it pushes that, and it actually sends a signal and pushes all that. So this is actually fairly effective, right? So you see that it does collect the majority of it into the water, but there are still a few stragglers behind, and that's kind of a problem, honestly. And then the problem with this is that obviously, I mean, there are no stragglers caught in the side. However, it doesn't get carried down by water, so you would have to walk manually through it. So that's a problem. So really, my difficulty is deciding between whether I want it to be fully mechanical like this. The only problem with this is that I'm not guaranteed to have a constant stream of this, because it does take so long to create. I really would only be able to use it at certain times. So what I'm actually leaning towards is just a simple, just a button, automatic piston, because I personally would find it much more useful. This is just going to be for actual use, because eventually I can make a fully automated one, especially once I'm a little more. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make an XOR gate, or however you pronounce it. And as you can see here, when they're both on, then that's off. If I just hit one of them, then the signal is on. If I hit this other one out, then it's off again. So that's pretty useful. But I'm just kind of having trouble figuring out how I'll get the BUD, or block update detector, to send a constant signal. So something to think about. I think I'm just going to stick with the good old button, because then I can ensure that as long as, or whenever I want to grow it, or whenever I want to collect what is grown, I can just hit the button and collect it all at once. And I think that that is the optimal solution. But that's just me. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to do so. I'm not sure why this is getting so laggy. It's driving me crazy. I have quite a good computer. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, and then I'll have to manually go up and collect it, but that's not really too big of a deal. However, I'll just do it on one flat plane. There's really no reason to terrace it like this, because my only purpose in doing that was for the water, of course, as water can only travel up to 8 blocks. So yeah, I'm going to swap back over to the other world, and I'm going to start building it. Okay, so I'm back in my actual world, and I've gathered all the needed supplies. So you see that I've already cleared out this area, and I guess I'm just going to go ahead and actually need to go get some buckets. I'm not sure why I didn't think of this ahead of time. Take some of those. Why do I not have a crafting table in here? You know what, actually I only need 2. Don't necessarily need to waste a lot of iron. Alright. Actually, I need to go find some water now. Haven't even thought about that on this world. At least in this area. You know, it's ugly, but I don't know, something. See, I'm not good enough with redstone and pistons yet. That's kind of one of the things with this series, is that I've got some good ideas, but I'm trying to learn how to execute it along the way. Here's some water. But, you know, like, I don't really know how to do pistons on top of pistons. It's tricky business. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff on that, and trying to figure it out, learning along the way. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll have a fully functional fence there, as opposed to having this ugly. God, this lag is just frustrating me to no end. I have a good graphics card, plenty of RAM, good CPU. Alright, well, I'm actually going to figure out what this problem is. Alright, so I've just hopefully fixed the problem. maybe not. Alright, anyway. Let me just dig a little 4x4 infinite water source. Alright. That's good. Now, let me just think about how long I want this. I'll start it here. This is going to be where the water goes. And then, I guess I'll just use my second method because I'm really not going to use the water collection for the time being. I'm going to eventually at some point make a much better method, but for now, I'm just going to do the best I can. Alright, so I'm just going to... Don't necessarily need to fill all of it up, just because I don't believe that they necessarily have to be next to a source block. Let me check to confirm that. Yes, they do not have to be right next to a source block, and aesthetically it doesn't matter because I'm going to be filling it up in just a second. Alright, so first things first, I'm just going to plunk one of these down, all the way down. Oh, honestly this is plenty sugarcane for one person. Like, there's legitimately no need to have that many. Like, I'm going to need this for library, but I don't have to collect it all at once, so. Just in the interest of looking good, I'm going to go get some stone. Because I really would like that to... I'm going to fill up the water. Actually, I guess I should probably grab my pickaxe as well. But this water... I should probably try and read my signs. I can actually put these buckets back in, probably. I guess I might as well hold on to them. Stone. Let's just get cobblestone. It's always good to have some cobblestone in hand. Ooh. Alright, so what I'm going to do, mine that up. I'm just going to cover all the water up because it doesn't necessarily need, or the sugarcane doesn't need to be, or to have the water like visible. It just needs to be next to that water source block, or just to the water. Oh. Well, it seems like my lag is somewhat... I just changed the priorities of... Oh, why does I say that? Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go down and put a piston above each of these, facing inward, obviously. Alright, so I screwed up and failed to record some of this, so I'm just going to go over what I missed. So, just put a redstone repeater, and then a redstone after each of these, and I'll explain why I use a repeater. Because if you see here, if I just put it down like this, just redstone, you'll see that if I place down redstone torch, it doesn't actually do anything. Because the way that these work is that you actually need it going straight into it. Like, this will work just for that single one. That's what the redstone repeater, it focuses if that's single one, which is actually quite useful that they implemented this into the game. So you just place all those down, and then just combine it all with this redstone. And now, if I just, you have to keep in mind that redstone only goes 14 blocks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's make sure the other side is good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's good. And then we're going to want to put repeater right here. Put that off to wherever. You'll see. Place that. And then as soon as, let me just, do I have any more? Yeah, so if I just place a sugarcane on top of that, just put it 3 high, so you can see what happens. You see it knocks that straight over. Ooh. There we go. And there we go. So I'm just going to attach a button to this, but obviously want to have both sides connected. So what I'll do, let me just find where this one right here. Place that there. I'm actually going to have to dig under. And I'll just get it across the other side. Ooh. That's one thing you always got to be careful for. Alright, so let me just make sure. So this level, I should actually go down one more. This thing isn't too terribly wide, so I should probably start coming up about now. See, is that good? Yes. That was perfect. Alright, so let's just get that redstone source. Actually, not thinking what I'm going to have to do is I'll make it come from come from over there, and then I'll put a redstone repeater there. Is that with the source? This is actually going to be kind of tricky. So I'll just do this. Yeah. No. I'll just place one there. Redstone repeater there. And then, again, I said, I can only go up to 14 blocks, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I just like to be, like this block makes sense to put it here, because you're not going to be able to put it up on the stairs. So we're going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that's connected, right? So now, if I place this, see that both sides are connected. Just want to make sure that all of them work. Yes. Hope I appear to have punched out. Nope. Did I? No, it's good. Alright. I guess I must have just punched it out. Weird. Anyway, I'm actually going to want to hide this underground, because obviously this is not the most attractive thing in the world, this redstone here. So let me just put that down there. So let's just see, where would it make sense? I guess I'll have a control panel over here. You know, let me go get some of that stone, or stone brick. Looks nice. If you're wondering why I'm not taking any, or my health isn't going down any, because I'm in peaceful mode currently. Alright, but I think that should be enough. Split that. Okay. Alright, so let me just think this through. Alright, so let me just combine the two of these. Where are my repeaters? Oh, they're there. And then actually I'm going to need another repeater in just a second. Alright. So we're going to want it to get up inside there. It's the easiest way to connect these. I have to put another repeater down. And the reason it's facing this way is because the redstone signal is facing, or is going to come from this direction. As you can see, if I place down that, yeah. But if I were to place it this way, you'll see it stops it because redstone repeaters only go one direction. There we go. And you can always tell because it's facing this way. So it's like it's all getting compressed and coming out in the funnel. This is the way I look at it anyway. Alright, so we need it to get up here. And we're going to have a button here. So what we'll do, hold on, I need to fix fraps again. Okay, I went ahead and finished it, and I'll show you what I did. So I just wanted to, because I almost made a cardinal sin of redstone, so I didn't want to share something incorrect. So you'll see here, it definitely works now. So what I did, you just see that this redstone signal comes back through here, down into there, which is exactly where I tried to connect it before, but I was trying to go in the wrong direction, so let's not. Let's just block that up. Okay, so we have plenty of... This is all working now, so I need to just block this up. There's really no reason to have a redstone just visible, you know? Alright, so here's our console. Now to cover, I'm just going to cover this all up with stone. I'm just going to skip past this because this is going to be boring. Alright guys, so unfortunately when I was trying to hide some of the redstone wire, I accidentally poked the water in it. May have accidentally washed away half the redstone. So I'm actually just going to end this here and fix it later, because I've shown you everything we need to know on how to do it, and it was functioning just fine before. It was just in hiding the redstone that I made a careless error by knocking it into water, or knocking the water into it, and now I am unable to use it until I fix said redstone. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching this. Kind of excited about this series and wanting to make some really cool stuff. If you have any input as to what you think would be a cool project, I have a few in mind, but if you have anything, I would very much appreciate it, and I will try and fulfill as many suggestions as possible. And again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, appreciate it. Until next time.